Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Alpha Central about a modern woman fumbling a successful man, and in the process it sounds like he also dodged a massive bullet. Now, today's video was suggested to me by Matrix of Madness. I'm going to leave both of their channels linked in the pinned comment, so make sure you go and subscribe to these guys. Don't forget to leave your own comments, and let's jump right into the video.
Men are typically expected to court women, approach women, ask them out on dates, pick them up, pay for dates, make the first move. What are women expected to do to build a relationship?
You're right. If you really think about it, I feel like it should go both ways.
If you ask an entitled woman that question, she will respond that all she has to do is show up because her mere presence improves that man's life drastically, apparently.
It's like, I feel like someone needs to just, boss up and just, put their pride aside. I feel like a lot of people just have too much pride and just think that everything needs to come to them. But honestly, in life, if you want something, you have to go get it. So,
Well, it should go that way.
Yeah.
But does it?
No. It's really men are expected to come to us.
Okay. Could that possibly be a reason why so many men want sex without relationships?
It could be. Honestly, that might be a good explanation for that.
Even in a situation like that, the man is still going to be expected to pay for everything. The only way to win that particular game is just to not bother playing at all.
Bitch, might as well have these, right?
Can you please get up? I'm just trying to let me roll the weed. I gotta do something.
If a man was sitting on a woman's lap and refused to leave after she told him to, he would be relentlessly shamed and ridiculed, but a modern woman refuses to take no for an answer, and it seems totally fine.
I gotta do something.
Out of here.
No. What? No. Larry Hoover Gray.
Shut your big cat.
Never just kiss me. Is you cool?
Are you cool?
Don't ever in your life
Don't tell me
make
that
that
ever
decision
like
again.
you be eating.
Lord have mercy.
That man clearly looks violated, and nobody could blame him. This woman just literally committed assault on this man, and she's acting like it's sweet and it's fun. This kind of behavior is honestly just unacceptable.
As a single woman, I'm getting a little worried when I scroll on this app that all of the good single men, 30-year-olds and up, or near that range, they are, if they're single, they're staying inside and doing exactly what I would want to do, which is binge a show and order and take out.
Men are doing that because it brings peace to their lives, which is what the opposite of what a lot of these modern women can provide. And it drives her crazy because those were the men she blatantly ignored for decades as well.
Why when I'm scrolling, I'm seeing all these cute men who look like they have their head on their shoulders. They probably don't. Let's just be real. But they're all staying inside. What I'm trying to do is text a girlfriend and be like, hey, you know what? Instead of me cuddling into bed and binging all of Real Housewives, let's go out. Because I'm just hoping that one day, I meet my husband, meet cute randomly. I got to go out and do that, right? I have to, actually put myself out there. I have to actually do my makeup and, put on a cute outfit and do that, Crazy concept.
She uses the term meet cute, which clearly means she's not looking for a good man. She's looking for a moment that makes her life feel like it's a romance movie.
But I have a fear that all of the good single 30-year-old men are doing the opposite. Hey, get out there. Please stop ordering takeout by yourself and wait for me to be there with you to do it, okay? Literally, I don't... Probably gonna run into a douchebag. Pray for me.
She has had multiple chances to lock down a good man over the years, and now she's blaming the men she mistreated for not wanting her after years of irresponsible living.
All dressed up, ready to go husband hunting. Wish me luck. Hi, Mom. This is my husband. You're my husband. Oh, yeah, right. You're already married. Oh my gosh. That is very true. Only in this country though. No, I'm kidding. She's a very lucky lady. Congratulations. You're an amazing husband. Hi. Sorry. Have a lovely day. Why are all the good ones always taken? Hi, Mum. This is not my husband anymore. He just said no.
What this woman doesn't understand is that this plan will never actually work. It's being done in the name of making content, not actually finding a man, which means that this man will always be secondary to her phone camera.
Hi, Mum, this is my husband. You're my husband, aren't you? Where are you going? Hi, Mum, I'm just with my husband. Bye, husband. Have a nice day. No one wants to be a husband today. Hi, Mum, I'm just with my husband. Don't be like that. Hi, Mum, this is my husband. You're my husband, aren't you? Oh, he didn't want to be a husband and I'm dressed like a wife as well. Damn. Do you think the wedding dress is like scaring them off though? I don't know if that's a bit too much.
They are not scared off. They just don't want to be filmed by some random woman in the middle of the street. They are clearly not comfortable being recorded without their consent.
If you're looking for a man and you can't find one, this move will work 10 out of 10 times.
Okay.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah, we're ready.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. What's your name?
Soul.
Soul? You want to learn my secret handshake?
Sure.
So you shake,
Shake.
you lock it in,
Lock it in.
and then you shoot,
Shoot.
and then you dab.
That's not gonna work.
Thank you for your time, gentlemen. And he does not remember it. That's really out.
That's it.
He didn't remember the handshake because he didn't care. This woman was bothering him in the middle of a street when he's minding his own business to force him to do some hand gestures that he clearly didn't want to do.
You know beer has trace amount of female hormones.
I do believe it. I mean, that's why we're not supposed to drive after drinking it.
We are better drivers than you are.
Oh, you definitely are better at driving us crazy. I'm bald, believe me. I'm already bald.
It's disturbing, and if it was the man doing that to his wife, he'd be considered an abuser who's making the household unsafe. What modern women get away with is absolutely unreal, guys.
3 reasons why you'd be wrong for me.
I work out of town. I'm in the oil field, and I've never met my daddy, so I can't add more daddy issues to your daddy issues.
I don't have daddy issues.
You're a liar if you do. You don't have daddy.
I have a great relationship with my dad.
Let me meet him.
You want to meet my name? I don't even know your name.
That man knows what he's talking about. Judging from the shirt alone, he could tell exactly what kind of work she does.
If you ask a woman that is single by choice, if a man walked into this room right now and he was everything that she wanted him to be and more, she would be with him. I think that most women that say that they're single by choice, they're single because the men that they actually feel as if they should be with don't actually want to be with them. Would you like to expound on any of that?
I mean, I think that's actually a reality because it's hurtful to realize that the type of person that you want may not want you and that you might have to be a better person in order to get that person.
Okay.
The whole single by choice thing is just a coping mechanism. They don't want to be single, and they think that saying that is somehow an own against men. The only problem is that most of the men couldn't care less if it's by choice or not.
You know, that might be hurtful. And in American society in particular, there's a lot of lying, lots of white lies. I grew up mostly in South Korea. They're very honest. They'll tell you you're fat. Like, do I look fat in this? Yes, you look fat. And here are the herbs to help you with being overweight. Here, it's like we're always placating. So a lot of us are taught that if somebody doesn't like us, it's, it's like this big thing.
It's like you're being bashed or shamed.
Because you're not used to being told no. Or if you're rejected gently. Someone might not be direct and say, yeah, you're not my type. Now I feel offended. You're just not my type, you know?
I love that.
Yeah.
Modern women seem to think that the word no is an insult. This is why they are petulant children trapped in adult bodies a lot of the time.
What is the biggest turnoff in the gym?
Definitely when a woman comes up to me and I'm totally getting my pump in. That's my alone time, so that's why I'm out here right now working out outside, so there's no one able to, distract me and turn me off.
That's a good answer.
If a modern woman demands that men don't approach her at the gym, it's a morally righteous decree. But if a man wants the same thing, then it's unfair and it's enraging to these same women.
Look at this. It's raining out here. It's raining. And he will not let me in the fucking house. Dude, let me in. Like, what the
Dude, why'd you doing that freaking knocking at my door like that?
What you mean at your door?
What you mean?
There are only one, possibly two reasons why this kind of behavior is justified, and this clearly isn't one of them. This man has every right to slam the door in her face and to call the police.
Let me in,
it's 7 o'clock in the morning. You think you finna get in here?
Why would you not
I
let me in
changed
the
the lock.
house?
You should have came back home last night.
Why would you change the lock?
What you mean, why would I change the locks?
Why would you change
Why
the
would you
lock?
come here
Why
at
would
7
you
o'clock
be out in the front, in the cold, in the rain?
You weren't thinking about that
It's
when you
raining.
was out all night?
It's raining. So what?
Where was you at?
So what?
Where was you at?
I was out kicking it. Like you do.
Morning?
Yes.
It's 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, dude. Come
Bro,
on,
I'm
let
not
me
trying to hear
in.
that,
No,
bro.
you got me fucked.
You mean, no, bro,
Yes.
step
Stop
out.
playing.
No.
Like, what
You're
is you
not coming
on
back
with
in my
me?
crib,
Like,
dude.
no,
You're
no,
not.
you got me fucked.
You can tell that this isn't the first time she's pulled this on him. It's obvious that she's cheating on him, and he became fed up with the disrespect.
This
Coming
our
back to my
house.
crib.
This
Ain't no
our
our
house.
house.
I mean, fuck. Yes.
Go back
what
to where you was at
no.
last night.
No, you got me fucked.
Go back to where you was at
No,
last night.
stop playing. Why is you
You want to
playing?
be out here?
Why is
You
you
want to
want
be
do all of
outside?
that?
Now you can really be outside in the rain.
No, you finna let me in this
No, I
house.
got something for you.
No,
Hold
you
on,
got
I
me
got
messed
something
up.
for you, bro.
No, you got
Tell
me
me
messed
what's up,
up.
bro.
No, no. Why
Pack
would you
your
pack
shit.
stuff
Yeah.
up?
No,
No,
get your
no, no.
Get your
No.
Get your
Stop, dude.
See it.
Watch out.
Get your
Why you dude? Go on,
Dude,
man.
listen, your shit there.
Dude, you really finna put me out, dude?
You came in this.
What is wrong with you?
Listen, I put
you
your
can't
shit in a nice
put me
suitcase.
out, bro.
I put it in a nice suitcase.
You
see
cannot
it.
put me out.
You see your shit here.
Oh, stop playing
watch,
with me, dude.
No, watch out, dude.
Dude,
Watch out,
no,
dude.
gone. What you
Watch
mean?
out, you
Watch out.
causing disturbance
Watch
in my
out.
neighborhood.
I don't.
Chill
What
out,
you mean?
dude.
It's our neighborhood.
There are kids in that house, and she's coming back home after 7 in the morning. This man is doing what he can to protect these kids from a mother who clearly does not actually care about them.
Talking about 100 men versus one gorilla, man versus dog. Can we get 100 women versus accountability? Holy shit! That is one of the battles of all battles. Shit.
If that was actually a thing, there would be millions of men who would pay good money to see that particular grudge match.
Flirt with you at the grocery store, but not offer to pay for your groceries?
Ma'am, if someone flirts with you at the grocery store, right, that's a man 9 times out of 10 with pure intent, right? You're not at the club, you don't have your butt out, right? You're in full mom mode. That's your opportunity to show that man what he's signing up for. Also, that's another opportunity for you to prove to this man that you are responsible. You are self-reliable as a woman.
It's funny how she's acting like flirting with her is a carnival ride. You must pay the appropriate amount just to do it, and it's usually underwhelming and also incredibly dangerous.
And allow that man the opportunity and choose whether or not he wants to take that responsibility off your plate. Once he decides to date you, no one owes you anything of monetary value just to entertain you. If he has to pay for groceries just to flirt with you, then ma'am, that's profit.
If that man offered to pay for the groceries, she'd double back to get steak, lobster, and pretty much any other high-ticket item she possibly could. The concept of consent is one of the more disturbing double standards of the modern woman. Modern women demand consent for virtually anything, but when a man doesn't give his, it doesn't matter because as far as a modern woman is concerned, no does not actually mean no when a man is saying it.
I be tired of getting called intimidated because we don't be liking some of y'all. I ain't saying it's all women. I would never say that. What I will say is that I think a good amount of women hate when men lead with their accomplishments, lead with their material, lead with their position in life. And because we all learn success from the same model, some women do that too. Shorty, I don't give a about most of that you talking about. You're not likable. Them last 8 years in college is all the personality you got.
That's one thing that modern women will never realize. If they want a good man in their lives, they have to be nice to them, but they can't do that because they resent those types of men in the first place.
It's all the you talking campus still, Shorty. You don't like I'm not trying to take away from what anyone has accomplished. It's just to say that like some people really lack self-awareness and think because they've accomplished so much on paper that translate to being a good person in everybody else's life, and it don't. It does not. Being accomplished does not make you likable. They don't even kind of equal each other.
Modern women want a man who makes money, pays his own bills, and owns his own property. But because she is so self-absorbed, she assumes that men want the exact same thing with a woman. And when men say otherwise, well, they're just insecure or broke.
Because regardless if y'all got an attitude or don't got an attitude, if your mama talking not talking I still have to pay. Yeah. Imagine somebody talking to you, belittling you, and you still gotta pay. You still gotta do for the kid with joy and glee. Yeah. And they gonna give their mama all the credit. They never really give daddy. They get an award, be like, thanks to my mama. You never give daddy the credit. Mama mess up, you say mama did the best she can. Daddy mess up, yo, daddy ain't.
It's pretty sad how fathers are not recognized for the things that they do for their families. They are constantly being ignored by society because everything they do is expected of them.
Like, it's hard being a father. And I never really told them my side. I let their mama tell their side.
He never told me his.
I never told them my side.
My dad never either.
Because everybody think they mama, all y'all mamas ain't angels. Hoes wasn't just invented in 2025. Some of y'all mamas was hoes.
Damn.
Because seriously,
I was gonna say something.
The funny thing is that even if we did have more time dedicated to fathers, modern mothers will demand recognition and entry into the spaces designed specifically for men.
I have 6 kids and 6 baby daddies, and the question I get all the time is how much child support I get.
That's the question they ask you? That's a good question, actually. My question is like, 6 baby daddies? How? You have a starting 5 and a 6-man off the bench.
It's come to the point if a modern woman says that people have been asking her a specific question, it really means that nobody asked her anything and she just wants yet another opportunity to talk about herself.
Yo, once you start making me miss the gym, you gotta go. Once you start deviating me from my plans and goals, you gotta go. Yo, the gym and fitness is a non-negotiable for me. Whether it be friendships or relationships, especially in a relationship, I'm sorry, but you have to have fitness and working out and being active has to be a lifestyle, not just something you do here and there. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to sit and explain why, you know, I'm going to the gym for the second time or...
Modern women either don't know or don't care about how the gym for many men is a place of peace for them. But if they can't be involved in every aspect, then they have no problem trying to ruin the gym for him.
Why, you know, I gotta wake up, I gotta go to sleep early, hit the gym the next day on a holiday because the gym's closing early. Like, I don't have time to sit and explain all that. And that is one thing I've promised to myself, especially after dealing with a person who is not in the fitness or had an active lifestyle. You get what I'm saying?
There's nothing wrong with wanting to have a place all for yourself, but modern women demand entry into those spaces for that very reason. It's come to the point where modern women are turned off by anything a man does for fun. And they feel like it's fair game to humiliate this man for taking a few minutes to simply enjoy his life. It reeks of pettiness.
This ick trend would not exist if it was men doing it to women. It just wouldn't. It would have gotten shut down on social media so fast. But because it's men and women get a kick out of recording men doing mundane stuff, just human being shit, and then posting it on the internet saying it's icky, because women get a kick out of dehumanizing men, it is so popular. It's just viral. What's crazy to me is that we're the first ones to scream about toxic masculinity this, toxic masculinity that, but then we created an entire trend, recording men doing just normal mundane stuff and saying that it gives us the ick, which means that we don't think that it's masculine. You know, the truth is this obsession with degrading men, it's just not funny. You look moronic. Psychotic even.
It's because modern women seem to revel in the misery of other people. Their bitterness and entitlement have led them to the point where they only feel good about themselves when they're putting everybody else down.
I hate the sentence men used to go to war. Yeah, do you think they wanted to? Some of you have never lived with someone who was shell-shocked and it shows. Watch a war documentary. Things that happen to people during a war are not cool, they're not masculine, they're not manly.
People are quick to forget that war is a hellish nightmare that has ruined countless people, and the type of women who say this crap have never suffered once a day in their life.
A man is not manly because he went to war. A man is broken. Mental health gone, absolutely evaporated. Men used to go to war, and good thing they don't anymore. Maybe we would all be better off if all men ever worried about was that their ice mash latte was too sweet.
Let's not forget about the countless women who cheated on their husbands while they were on deployment, or the countless wives who mailed their husbands divorce papers. It's downright hurtful.
There's this woman on here saying that her friend divorced her husband because she was bored. She was a stay-at-home mom with the kids. According to her, he was working way too many hours, wasn't able to spend time with them, and he was always tired. So she just divorced him.
That man must have had a high-stress, high-paying job if he was able to support an entire family on one income. And she threw that security away because she refused to pick up a hobby.
Fast forward 3 years, looks like she got all of that out her system because now she wants to settle. Basically, she wants her old life back. She doesn't want to work. She wants a man that would allow her to be a stay-at-home mom, take care of the kids, take care of the home, and again, her old life back. Her problem is that she's having a really hard time finding somebody who's willing to do that. But that's not even the worst part of the story. The ex-husband was single for 1 year and has been in a stable relationship for 2 years, and on top of that, he's taking care of his new wife's kids.
This is why going out and having your fun never ends well. Once the fun ends and the reality kicks in, she refuses to realize that she's undesirable because of her own decision.
Now, according to the friend of the ex-wife, the person telling the story, the woman who forcibly divorced her husband because she was bored at home is pissed because he's now providing for his new wife and her kids. Now, can you imagine being the destroyer of your own marriage and then you get mad when the other person decides to move on? They had no guarantee that they were going to be able to, but they found a way. And the only reason you're mad is because you can't find yours. You used to have the life that you wanted, and you gave it up because you wanted to live a different life with or without your man.
She honestly thought she could destroy the marriage, go out and party for a few years, and then expect him to take her back with open arms. She is completely oblivious to the damage she caused that man.
Now, I might be in the minority here, but I actually want her to find happiness. I want her to have a second chance. Everyone deserves one. She thought she knew what she was doing. She thought she was going to live a better lifestyle. She ended up eating dirt, but I don't feel like you have to eat dirt for the rest of your life. It's okay to move on from that. But that also means that the man whose life you destroyed, who found happiness, who found a second chance, he gets to move on too. And you just don't get a say in that. Let this be a lesson to y'all, to take a good look at the ocean before you jump the ship.
Modern divorced women rarely think about the consequences of their actions. They throw everything away on a gamble for something that could be better, and then blame us when it doesn't go the way that they wanted. It really does go to show how little is cared for men. Their private space was invaded by a woman for selfish reasons, and odds are it's the men who will be in the wrong because when a woman does it, it's not that big of a deal apparently.
For years I've roamed these empty halls. Why have a ballroom with no ball?
So what? Maybe he's a shy guy. And those men are golden. But maybe you should ask him out yourself. It's not the 1800s. Ask him. You might have a diamond in the rough there. And the only thing holding you guys back from dating is you asking him. Because he may not do it. He may be too nervous. Guys get rejected all the time. It's perfectly understandable why he may not want to take that risk. Take the initiative. Go for it. Might be the best thing you've ever done in your life.
The only problem is that if women like this approached the man, then their fantasy is ruined, and they'd rather keep the delusional fantasy than have a good guy in their life.
Girl, listen to this. I got a text message last night at 7 p.m. from a guy who is 42 years old. This man has been on this earth for 4 decades plus 2 years. Okay. 7 p.m. saying, I'm in your state, in this city. It's an hour away. Do you want to come hang out with me? Period. Immediately no. Immediately no. Okay. The message I'm trying to convey in this TikTok is know what box people are putting you in.
She's acting like she deserves a trophy because she rejected a dude who wanted her to drive an hour over to his place to have fun. This story does not warrant a video, but of course, she does it anyway.
Okay, this man is doing very well in his career. Very, very well, okay? So I know that he's good at communicating on the back end of those people for his career. I know it. I know it. He wouldn't be doing so well if that were the case. Do you know what I mean? So I know he knows how to communicate directly, promptly, and timely, and respectfully. But when it comes to the romantic interests in his life, and he's 42 years old, never been married, single, doesn't have any kids, and I'm not saying that there's a certain timeline of when that should happen. I'm just saying at 42 years old, you're pretty much set in your ways. And he's definitely gotten away with this before, where he could just text someone on the fly and see if they can come and meet him. And probably someone did come and meet him last night. That's fine, but don't put me in that box.
The reason why he's good at communicating at his job is because if he doesn't act with professional decorum, it would jeopardize his job. He is under no obligation to do so with anybody else outside of his work life. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.